really excited about getting into conference play this week. For us, this is our next goal, to win the division. And I think this is 7 years in a row we've opened up conference play on the road. Not sure how we got so lucky with that, but it is what it is. But so it's a challenge. And so to win the division, you've got to be able to win on the road. And get 8 conference games. You get no mulligans, man. They all count. They all matter. They're all huge. And then you throw in the fact that it's Clemson, Georgia Tech, and you know, one of the better rivalries in this conference, in my opinion. So just a lot at stake on Saturday. And first quarter of our season is over. I think we've learned a lot. I think that we still got a lot of improving to do, and I think we got an eager bunch to do just that, coaches and players, to get better, man. And we're excited about kicking off the second quarter and the challenge that's coming our way Saturday in Atlanta, a place that we really haven't had a ton of success, you know. But this senior class has got a unique opportunity, and they take a lot of pride in their legacy here. And I know that we'll get a tremendous effort from our guys to hopefully play our best game. That's really what our goal is this week, is to apply the lessons that we've learned from the first 3 games. That's what wisdom is, right? It's the application of knowledge. So let's take the knowledge that we've gained from 3 games and let's play with some wisdom. Let's apply it on game day, and let's get better, and let's kick off the second quarter in a really positive way, and by playing our very best football game of the season. That's really what I'm looking for. So I think we're off to a good start. You know, good meetings around here Sunday and Monday as coaches, and then last night on the field with the guys. I think that they're locked in. They're excited about getting into conference play as well. And you know, it's amazing how the days just start clicking, and here we are into game 4, second quarter. So trying to enjoy all of the journey too as we go through it. But you know, Georgia Tech is a good football team. I know they're 1-2, and a lot of times that's where people make a mistake, is they just kind of look on a piece of paper and they see a record and they go, okay, well, you know, and it just doesn't work that way. There are no easy outs, and Georgia Tech is one of the most difficult teams that you will play. And we know that because we play them every year, and it is always an incredibly stressful week to play these guys. They do a great job. South Florida's a good football team, and there were some crazy plays in that game. It was kind of back and forth. It was I guess it was less than a 1-score game till right at the end, and they scored late to put it up. I mean, it was that game could have gone to either team. Both teams played incredibly hard, and then same thing at Pitt. 24-19, I think, was the score. 1-score game. They're right there in position to win the game. They had some mishaps. They had a fake punt that didn't go their way, and ended up getting beat on the road. So they've had two tough losses on the road, but their team has played incredibly hard. And now they're back at home, and they're getting an opportunity to, you know, play Clemson. And so we know that we've got a huge task in front of us this week. Paul does, like I said, as good a job as anybody in getting his guys ready to play. And you know, defensively, they got a new defensive coordinator who came from App. He does a good job. They've got a good scheme, and offensively, they've played 2 quarterbacks, and both of them are dangerous. I mean, both those guys can flat out run and find the creases. They're throwing the ball, I think, about 17 times a game, and they've hit some huge plays, massive plays, which typically when they complete one, that's usually what happens. It's usually a big time chunk type play. So that'll be the challenge for us. It's always a challenge defensively to be disciplined, and we did a pretty good job last week. We had a couple times where we didn't have our eyes on the right things, and guys got behind us, and you can't get bored doing your job when you maybe don't have a lot of action on the back end. You've got to stay locked in, and obviously winning up front, staying on our feet, and you know, taking on the cut blocks, and not letting guys get to the second level, having great pursuit, because when you do, that's where a lot of the big plays come from, is you'll do a good job on the front side of a play, but you maybe got cut on the backside, or you're not quite pursuing like you need to, and then boom, here goes that quarterback cutting up in a crease for 30 yards on you. And maybe it would have been a 10-yard gain. So there's just a lot of things that we've got to do a great job of to give ourselves a chance. And then offensively for us, you know, getting back to the first couple games and taking care of football. So we all know what happened last week. Trevor jinxed us, but you know, what I'm hoping you'll say this week is that, you know, Georgia Tech's doing a great job of taking care of that ball. It's amazing what they're doing, and maybe we'll have some reverse psychology or something. But no, seriously, just got to take care of the ball. I mean, you know, we do a good job of that and win the margin. You know, we might have a turnover somewhere, but let's win the margin, because when we do, good things usually happen for us. But there's a lot of positives going on right now, and a lot to build on as we get into this next phase of our journey here, conference play.